Uncover the past. Witness the legends. You're watching legendary stories. Let's dive into the story. The Epic of Gilgamesh. Gilgamesh and Enkidu versus Humbaba. Long ago, in the ancient land of Mesopotamia, before written history as we know it began, there stood a magnificent city called Uruk. Its walls were tall, its temples touched the sky, and its people believed their city was protected by the gods themselves. Ruling over Uruk was Gilgamesh, a king unlike any other. He was said to be 2/3 God and 1/3 man, blessed with immense strength, unmatched courage, and an unbreakable will. Yet despite his greatness, Gilgamesh was deeply flawed. He ruled harshly, tested his people's patience, and believed no one could challenge him. The gods heard the cries of the people of Uruk and decided to create a rival, someone strong enough to stand against the king and humble his pride. The creation of Enkidu. From clay and divine breath, the goddess Aruru shaped a wild man named Enkidu. He lived among animals, ran with gazelles, and drank from rivers. Enkidu was powerful, pure, and untouched by civilization. When Enkidu was brought to Uruk, fate drew him directly to Gilgamesh. Their first meeting was not peaceful. They fought. The earth shook beneath their feet as the two titans clashed. Walls cracked, doors shattered. But neither could overpower the other. In the end, they stood breathless. And something unexpected happened. They laughed. From rivalry, friendship was born. For the first time in his life, Gilgamesh had an equal. And for Enkidu, Gilgamesh became his brother. A dangerous idea. Despite their bond, Gilgamesh soon felt restless. Power and comfort were not enough. He feared something far greater than enemies or gods. He feared being forgotten. Gilgamesh believed that a man lives forever only through his deeds. And so, he proposed a dangerous quest to Enkidu, a journey that would grant them eternal fame or eternal death. They would travel to the cedar forest, a sacred land protected by the monstrous guardian Humbaba. Humbaba was no ordinary creature. He was appointed by the god Enlil to protect the forest. His roar was said to be a flood, his breath fire, and his face twisted with terror. Many who entered the forest never returned. Enkidu hesitated. He knew Humbaba's power. He had heard the forest whisper death. But Gilgamesh's determination was unshakable. "If we die," Gilgamesh said, "we will die with honor. If we succeed, our names will never fade." At last, Enkidu agreed. The journey to the cedar forest. Before departing, they sought blessings from the elders of Uruk and from Ninsun, Gilgamesh's mother, a wise goddess. Though fearful, she prayed for their safety and asked the sun god Shamash to guide them. Armed with massive axes and forged weapons, Gilgamesh and Enkidu began their journey. Each night, Gilgamesh was haunted by strange dreams. Visions of falling mountains, roaring storms, and fiery skies. Each time, Enkidu reassured him. "These dreams are signs of victory," Enkidu said. Yet fear walked beside them, entering Humbaba's domain. When they reached the cedar forest, the air changed. The trees were ancient, towering, and alive with divine presence. The ground itself seemed to watch them. Then came the roar. Humbaba appeared. His presence was overwhelming. His face was said to shift like a storm, filled with terrifying expressions. His voice echoed like thunder through the forest. "Who dares enter my domain?" he bellowed. Fear gripped Enkidu's heart, but Gilgamesh stood firm. The battle began. The battle with Humbaba. Humbaba attacked with fury. The forest trembled. The sky darkened. Just as defeat seemed certain, Shamash answered Ninsun's prayers. Powerful winds struck Humbaba from all sides, blinding and weakening him. For the first time, Humbaba faltered. Seeing his chance, Humbaba begged for mercy. "I will serve you," he pleaded. "Spare my life." Enkidu hesitated, but then spoke urgently to Gilgamesh. "Do not trust him," Enkidu warned. "If we spare him, he will destroy us later." Gilgamesh hesitated only for a moment, then he struck. Humbaba fell. The guardian of the cedar forest was dead. Victory and consequences. Gilgamesh and Enkidu cut down the sacred cedars and claimed their victory. Their names echoed across the land. Songs were sung. Their fame grew. But the gods were watching. Enlil was furious. Humbaba had been his servant, and his death disrupted the balance of the world. Though the gods did not punish Gilgamesh immediately, the price of their victory had already been set. The shadow of fate. Not long after, Enkidu fell ill. His strength faded. His breath grew weak. As death approached, Enkidu cursed the cedar forest and the journey, but then found peace. He understood that their quest had changed the world forever. Enkidu died. Gilgamesh was shattered. For the first time, the great king faced a truth more terrifying than any monster. Mortality. The meaning of the Humbaba story. The story of Gilgamesh and Humbaba is not just about heroism or battle. It is about human ambition, friendship, and the price of glory. Humbaba represents nature, divine order, and boundaries set by the gods. Gilgamesh represents humanity's desire to challenge fate itself. And Enkidu represents balance. Their story reminds us that greatness often comes with sacrifice, and that even the strongest heroes cannot escape death. Though Gilgamesh would continue his journey in search of immortality, he would never again find a friend like Enkidu. And though Humbaba fell, his shadow lived on, forever reminding humanity that some victories echo with loss. This is the legacy of Gilgamesh. Not eternal life, but an eternal story. Every legend has an end, but a new one is always waiting. Subscribe to stay part of the journey. This was Legendary Stories. Stay legendary.